I wish the Osasu Show happy anniversary.
I want you to keep watching the Osasu Show because it is special.
Keep watching the Osasu Show. She's absolutely brilliant.
The Osasu Show, anchored by the new improved Chief Osasu.
I want to urge Nigerians to continue to watch Osasu Show, which will be very informative.
Keep watching Osasu Show. As a matter of fact, it's the best show so far, so good.
I wish the Osasu Show a happy anniversary.
I want you to keep watching the Osasu Show because it is special.
Keep watching the Osasu Show. She's absolutely brilliant.
All her shows that I've watched, everyone had always interested me, for the fact that, she's a fearless moderator and she handles it, and like I said earlier on matters of urgent national importance. So for me, all her episodes are just up there for me.
Thank you very much, my good friend Osasu Igbenedion. You are a good midwife for a process that will make Africa the great continent that it is.
The Osasu Show, anchored by the new improved Chief Osasu Ibidedion. I recommend it to each and every one of us.
I pray you grow from strength to strength, and by the grace of God, we'll be celebrating your 20th, 30th, 50th, everything in strength. And well done, congratulations, happy anniversary.
I want to call on Nigerians, home and abroad, and international community to keep watching Osasu Show. Fantastic show for that matter, anchored by a thoroughbred professional who has traveled far and wide to bring governance closest to the people.
I'm on the set of the Osasu Show. Keep watching the Osasu Show.
For the past 7 years, the Osasu Show has brought the electorate and the elected together to discuss critical issues affecting national and continental development. Today, we'll take a look at the journey so far.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Osasu Show. We are in Accra, Ghana. We are reporting from the streets of Abuja. As you can see, there's yet another fuel scarcity. It's the Towards 2015 Elections edition. We show you a documentary on the railway sector here in Nigeria. Today we are at Garki Market to hear from everyday Nigerians. Don't go anywhere and we'll be right back on the Osasu Show.
Corruption has been an issue that this country has faced for many years. So what have you done as part of the legislative to create an institutional framework to moderate corruption in Nigeria and prevent such things from happening in the future?
Well, it's very true that institutional framework has been put in place to check corruption in this country. Whether you are talking about Code of Conduct Bureau, you are talking about EFCC, you are talking about ICPC, you are saying that yes, we agree that corruption should be checked, and therefore these are institutions that are created and funded to ensure that corruption is eliminated or reduced to the barest minimum.
Though TAN focuses on the achievements of President Goodluck Jonathan, we also see some weaknesses in his government. We have seen some level of corruption, we have seen insecurity issues. Can we be promised a better next 4 years if he is re-elected?
First and foremost, you said there's corruption. You may need to tell me which corruption, because you can't say corruption if no one has been indicted of corruption.
For example, the $1.8 billion that was missing from the NNPC funds. Can you talk more about that? And we also know
it wasn't missing. It wasn't missing. There's an audit an audit came up. NNPC have been the last resort to supply of petroleum products in the country. You know, a lot is happening in industry. It's also industry I'm involved in, and they have been carrying the burden of Nigerians, and maybe Nigerians doesn't know about this.
What do you think won Jonathan the election? One key factor that won him the election in 2011?
Nigerians insisted that the Constitution must be respected in spite of all pressures. So he was able to get through because, one, he was a minority. Two, he was from the South. Three, he was seen as a nice, easygoing person, no harm to anybody. So it was easy to win that particular election. But of course, as time went, other factors came into play.
On April 11, 2015, we held the gubernatorial elections in River States. River States was a hot flash for violence. What do you have to say about the post-election violence that occurred?
First of all, I disagree with the fact that River State was a flashpoint for violence. Take for example, I know that there was time the CP election called me that they got the report that 4 or 5 people died in Ogbegbo Mandoni 1 week to the election. But I was also watching the same video, APC showing that, look, these were people who were killed during the election.
But you do acknowledge that some people lost their lives due to election violence.
Before the election or during the election?
During and post-election.
I have not seen any report that people lost their lives during the election. I do know that prior to election, like a week to election, there are some problems in some local government, particularly in Ogbegbo Mandoni local government, and that had to do with court-related matter.
Do you ever feel threatened? Do you ever feel your life is at risk when you speak out against such powerful people in society?
Let me tell you, it's not how long in life, but what difference do you make? While I don't pray to die young, I'm not afraid of it.
So if the assembly succeeds at impeaching you, you'll be the first governor in the history of Nigeria to be impeached twice.
That is if.
If. So why are your feelings being dragged again back to past memories from 2006?
May I say to you very expressly, I'm impeachable.
You are impeachable.
Impeachable. I am. For you to impeach me, you have to impeach God. What are you talking about?
So what do they call the incident of October 2006?
No impeachment. They call it rascality.
Rascality.
Legislative rascality.
Your name is one example that comes to mind, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. A lot of young people on the internet have distorted that to Alhaji Lai Mohammed, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. How does this make you feel? And are you guilty of telling little white lies to favor this government?
You can fault me on emotions, but you can never fault me on facts and figures.
Let's go specifically now to the 10 billion naira that was captured in the 2016 budget for the IDPs. We have no idea how this money was, if this money was released, how it was implemented, how it was used. There's no transparency whatsoever.
Because what is happening what happened in Northeast, the result of insurgency, is an humanitarian disaster of a global scale, and no one government in the world can address it. Not one. 10 billion naira looks a lot. Oh yes, but in terms of
if you can manage 10 billion, you can manage 100 billion. So how was 10 billion implemented? How was it used? Where is the transparency?
For God's sake, you see, this is what I resent when you make baseless accusations.
10 billion naira was appropriated in the 2016 budget to the IDP.
And how much there was funded of it?
That's my question to you. There is absolutely no communication. We reached out to the National Assembly to show us a breakdown of how
what
10
you should
billion
do
naira was implemented, whether it was released or not.
If I were you, what I would do is tell the National Assembly to know how much was released.
That's
you
exactly
go to Ministry
what
of
I'm telling
Finance.
you, Honorable Minister.
I'm not the Minister of Finance.
We've written to the Ministry of Finance, we've written to the National Assembly, we haven't heard anything.
Then,
you are the Minister of Information.
No, Osasu, I'm the Minister of Information. Yeah. I'm not an encyclopedia, and I will know how much was released for,
But do you agree that a level of transparency should be included in this release of funds?
I can tell you that this government is the most transparent that has ever come.
point, why do we keep on shifting the buck from the table of the president? Why would you say that is not Mr. President? Does the Minister of Information and Culture have the right to just send out a fiat policy like that and ban social media?
And we have the president. We have the presidency and we have the president. So most times when the presidency is speaking, I think that is Garba Shehu speaking.
No, it was the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who made that statement.
Those are the presidency. Those are the presidency.
And the presidency is different from the president.
That is the Nigerian.
And you lot as lawmakers are sitting down there still thinking that we're practicing a democracy. I mean, it goes to show that not only are all legislators failing at their job at instituting this so-called democracy that we're practicing in Nigeria, it also goes to show that you guys don't really know what you're doing as lawmakers. Because the country continues to decline into dictatorship, autocracy. And we're sitting down here saying the president is not aware that there's a difference between the presidency and the president. And we think this is okay. We think it's laughable. We're all here twiddling our thumbs and watching Nigeria deteriorate into, rubbish. So, and you as a lawmaker are here still making a case that it's not the president, it's the presidency. That is utter rubbish, Honorable.
Yes, that is where we find ourselves. And that is where I have said that the Nigerian people should take over the state. It's not just for 459 members.
In 2 months, it will be a year since President Muhammadu Buhari was sworn into office. Can you tell me what has been some of his achievements so far?
The achievements are evident. Let's take the first promise. We'll secure the country. The president repeatedly says you can't run a country except you have first secured it. Yeah. When he came to office in May last year, we know how Boko Haram was running riot. Real riot.
The U.S. government gave a contradictory statement that Boko Haram still holds territory.
I saw it. I saw it. U.S. government does not need to authenticate what is happening in your country for you. You and I live here. Mm-hmm. We know better.
So we know better than
them. We know better. Okay. We do know better.
So you're saying authoritatively Boko Haram holds no territory?
Authoritatively.
Would you say that Boko Haram has really been defeated?
Why can we say categorically and confidently that Boko Haram has been defeated? We can say that because before then, you will agree with me that you cannot move around the way people move around in the Northeast now.
But if Boko Haram is still taking the lives of innocent Nigerians, can you confidently say, in your position of power, that they've been defeated?
They have been defeated. There is a level of security in Nigeria. Does that mean that there's no armed robbery again? There is armed robbery. Criminality. Criminality, if you study sociology, criminality, crime, and all these vices are part of human living, part of human existence. There is no total peace anywhere in the world, and it can never exist.
The Senate President, he's been a very topical issue lately. First of all, he has the troubles in the Code of Conduct Tribunal for failed asset declaration. Now he's in the Federal High Court of Abuja, where he's been accused for alleged forgery of the Senate standing rules.
There's no case of forgery, because when I came in as a senator, 2 days before my inauguration, I was invited for documentation on the 7th of June 2015. And on the 7th of June 2015, I was given a copy of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and a copy of the Senate rules. How the Senate rule was produced, I wouldn't know. But as a senator, I was given a copy of the Senate rule.
But the copy you were giving, the 7th Senate claims that they never altered, they never made amendments to the standing rules.
It does not matter whether the 7th Senate made amendments or not.
So how did the
rules change? I will explain this to you, that in 1999, when there was no Senate, when they resumed, they started operation with a rule. Who produced that rule?
Okay,
the bureaucracy wrote the rule.
Okay,
so
understandable. But
it is not forgery for the bureaucracy to produce rules for a particular section of the National Assembly, either the lower or the upper house.
Let's switch gears to one of the most contentious issues in Kogi politics. Your biggest rival, Senator Dino Melaye, he has come out time again to criticize your administration. He believes that you can be doing more as a governor, especially as a young governor. Recently, he was meant to commission a block of classrooms here in Kogi State, and it was burnt down, and he attributed it to his political foes. What's your response to that?
First of all, I am a governor, and I represent the entire state, Kogi Central, East and West. Dino Melaye is a senator. He never contested for governor, so he can't be a rival to me. There's no basis for rivalry at all. So I don't see him as my rival, so he can never be my rival. That is that. The project that was embarked upon by him, the primary school classroom that was burnt down, is highly condemnable. I condemn it in its entirety. Remember, the person in question is an attention seeker. Remember, he has orchestrated self-attacks severally in the state. And I won't be surprised, in order to draw public sympathy, if he organized that for himself.
But you've told the indigents of Benue State to sort of take law into their own hands by defending themselves. Do you believe that they can stand against this armed headsmen when it comes to if it comes to that?
Well, I think people are misquoting me and are trying to put words into my mouth. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. You cannot just fold your arms and allow somebody to come and slaughter you. It is wrong. You must stand up. You must run away. You must hit back.
With what?
With your hands, with whatever you have, you can hit back.
We've heard about the resurgence of xenophobic attacks in South Africa. I just wanted to know, a lot of Nigerians have questions about this. We want to know who to pin it on.
No, I'll not. Let's put it this way. There are people who commit crime in South Africa, and they're all over. They have all over, in any country, you have criminal elements. Now, if South Africa is fighting crime, fight crime, not fight your brothers and sisters who are legitimately working in South Africa.
So the South African government is partly to blame.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
So what message is the Nigerian government sending to their South African counterpart?
Yeah, before the message, the idea is that when you say 97 were deported, we need to break it down. Irregular migration is not a crime. What is the Nigerian government doing? Well, this is the first time this is happening under this administration. While you want to use muscle diplomacy and all that, you want to talk, but at the same time, the Nigerian government has made it clear that this is unacceptable to the government and people of Nigeria.
From your ideal perspective, how do you envision Nigeria 10 years from now?
Well, 10 years from now, anyways, that's quite a long time. If we had to assess Nigeria for the past 4 years, and to give this government another 4 years, we are not making progress. I believe that if this government listens to public opinion and they change and they appoint people from other parts of the country, manage the diverse nature of this country so that no one area is superior to the other, then you have in Nigeria.
One cannot say how many years it will take, only God knows. But one will also hope, one will only hope and pray that we may be able to reach that stage. We need real leaders whom I have earlier described.
Yes, sir, I completely agree.
Will lead us with the fear of God.
70% of people in Nigeria, 182 million strong population, are young people between the ages of 18 and 35. What can the government do to empower this youth, to ensure that the development that we need, the infrastructural deficit that we currently have is met?
Why must it be government? Why?
Government sets the enabling environment, right?
Absolutely.
Without the enabling environment, business cannot thrive.
So who is government? Can you answer that question?
Well, the people we elected.
Thank you. It is the people that is behind government. The power is, if you are not happy with your president, you go for another election and you will vote your president out. If you're happy with your president, you will continue with that government for them to be in power.
Everyone gathered together, North Central gathered together to celebrate you yesterday. So in your capacity as Emir, how do you intend to unite, everybody, and not just the people of Kano, because everyone is looking up to your royal seat and your position of power. So how do you intend to unite people and entrench the values of fairness, equity, and justice for both women and men?
If God wanted everybody to be a Hausa man or a Christian, nothing will stop him from doing that. But the fact that he created that differently, some Christians, some Muslims, some don't even have a religion, some Hausas, some Igbos, some Yorubas, and every other tribe there, it means there is a wisdom in that. Nigeria is a great country, and I'm sure we can make it greater if we unite together. Like I said, there must be differences. You can't say the differences are not there, but I believe the similarities are more. So if we can bounce on the similarities, which are more, I'm sure the differences will be a matter of time.
Wow. So after watching that, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, there's a mix of emotions. It's bittersweet, and again, I am truly grateful for the privilege and honor that I have had for the past 7 years to be able to do what it is that I love to do. So just watching the clips and my hard questions, it's a thing of joy. It's a thing of, I take great pride in. We've done a very good job, and I'm happy that we've been able to consolidate all the efforts that we've made in the past 7 years, and now we'll forge ahead by also making sure that the television network is a success by the grace of God, and we're amplifying the voices of Africans, not only Nigerians, moving forward. So I would like to use this opportunity to thank everyone that has stood by us for the past 7 years. Thank you for tuning in every Friday, for those who are watching on AIT. Thank you for those who tuned in every Tuesday, for those who watched on ITV Benin. Thank you to those who watched on Ben TV London for 5 out of the 7 years, for tuning in every Sunday. And thank you to all our massive viewers online on social media who continue to follow our pages at TOS TV Network on YouTube and on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We would hope to continue to amplify, stories that concern you, and make an impact in our larger society through our television network, TOS TV Network, and through the other shows that we've created on this platform, such as The Conversation, Africa Now, and many others to come. Watch out for what we have next, and on TOS TV Network platform, which is a digital Pan-African news network that will continue to bring you news from Africa by Africans to the rest of the world. North to South Africa, East to West Africa, TOS TV Network is your digital-first Pan-African news network, bringing you news from across the continent. Visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com and follow us on social media at TOSTV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.